What's the best play stupid games, win stupid prizes moment you've seen? My biggest business expense in my first year wasn't rent or inventory, it was the woman who lived across the street. I had poured my life savings into opening a small independent bookstore, my lifelong dream. But my dream was a nightmare for Brenda, the self-appointed queen of the neighborhood historic committee. From day one, she was a problem. My first official citation from the city was because my welcome mat was a potential tripping hazard. Then came the anonymous complaints that my sign was 2 inches too wide, that the light over the door was historically inaccurate, and a bizarre claim to the health department about rodents attracted to paper products. Customers were being scared off. I knew it was her, but I couldn't prove it. I was losing money fast, and I realized fighting her fake complaints one by one would bankrupt me. So I decided to research Brenda instead. I spent days at the library scrolling through the musty, dry smell of old town records on the microfiche reader. I went through decades of property surveys, zoning variances, and historical preservation documents. I was looking for a crack in her perfect facade, and I found one. Brenda's pride and joy was a magnificent, 100-year-old oak tree in her front yard. She'd even gotten a little plaque for it. But according to a survey map from 1922, the tree wasn't on her property. The first 10 feet of her lawn, including the tree, was a city-owned public right-of-way. Not only that, the ornate wrought iron fence she had built around it was a massive violation of a historical preservation easement she herself had championed years ago. I made one anonymous phone call. I didn't call code enforcement. I called the city's historical preservation committee, her own people. I didn't mention her name, I just said, "I'm a resident concerned about the historic oak tree on Elm Street. There's a new fence that seems to be damaging the root system." A week later, I looked out my bookstore window and saw a city truck parked in front of Brenda's house. She had called the local news, ready to play the victim of city overreach. But the cameras were rolling as the crew supervisor handed her a work order to remove the illegal fence at her own expense, along with a fine for $5,000 for violating the easement. Her face, broadcast on the 6 o'clock news, was a beautiful thing to behold. The anonymous complaints about my bookstore stopped, and now there's a small, ugly city-issued plaque in front of her house that says public property.